Hey guys, it's Emily from Mind Love Body. I wanted to talk to you today about self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is something that comes up for many of us, and if you don't know what that is, self-sabotage is when you will commit to something and you know that you're unable to actually follow through with that commitment, so you're setting yourself up for failure. Or possibly it's an overcommitting, which is the same exact thing, setting yourself up for failure, or promising to do something that you know is well above your abilities, or you have that ability and you know you don't have the time to do it. Self-sabotage has a lot of different faces to it, but what it all comes down to is setting yourself up for failure. So have you looked at yourself? Have you considered the fact that maybe you are self-sabotaging? Take a look at how many commitments are you making? Are you overcommitting? Overcommitting is a true link to you actually secretly deep-rooting, hoping to fail. And I know this sounds crazy. Who would want to fail? But the fact of the matter is, when you're overcommitting, you are setting yourselves up for failure. Now, on the completely and totally opposite side of this is when you know that you need help and you're not asking for help. So perhaps you've been stuck in a particular place for a long time and simply reaching out to a mentor or getting an extra service, it would help you. So a great example of this is I'm really, exhausted and I need more time for work, and yet I was obsessed with cleaning the house and doing the laundry, and I realized by simply sending out the laundry to get done and hiring somebody to come into my house to clean it once a week, I was able to set myself up for success because I was not wasting time doing tasks that I could delegate out to someone else. I was, true to what I needed, and I was listening to what my work needed, and I was able to delegate out, and I was also able to admit to myself that I was going and doing things that I did not need to be doing, and I was putting my efforts in the wrong place. So you see self-sabotage not only with committing or uncommitting, it's thinking that you can do it all, that whole perfectionist thing coming out. So when you're a perfectionist, you think that you can do everything better than everyone else. Well, guess what? Even if someone else can do it better than you, or you can do better than them, that may or may not be the best place for you to be focusing your attention. So self-sabotage has so many different faces, but what it comes down to is you have your specific brand of self-sabotage, and we all have it. We all do things that are going to be making us not succeed. It's a question of how often you're doing it and how willing you are to look at yourself and start working on those areas where you are setting yourself up for failure. So I question you. Are you afraid to receive, and that is why you're overcommitting and you don't want to follow through? Are you have an inability to, have change in your life? So, fear of change, fear of success, fear of failure. All of these different things are linked to self-sabotage. So what can you do right now? Okay, so there's a few different things that you can do to overcome self-sabotage. One is get freaking honest with yourself and admit to the fact that you can't do it all. Or two, get freaking serious and honest with yourself. Admit to the fact that you are not living up to your given abilities and you're being lazy. Like, let's face it, you're either doing too much or you're being lazy. And guess what? You might be overworked right now, but you're still being lazy because you're focusing in all the wrong areas. And heck, look at me, I just admitted to it. I was focusing completely and totally in the wrong area. And I had to admit to myself that I was doing things incorrectly. So go ahead and get honest with yourself. And when you're honest with yourself, then start and realizing where you should be focusing your attention. Once you start focusing your attention in the right places, you're going to know how to create a plan. So it's getting honest, creating a plan, getting focused, and then most importantly is actually having a support network that works. So I know you think you have a really great, wonderful group of women right now supporting you, or a great boss or whatever else, but if you are still self-sabotaging, that means you're missing something somewhere. So you need to expand your network. You need to get support. This is required. It's not a maybe, it's a must. If you want to move forward and you've been stuck in the same place for a year or even a day, there's a chance that what you're getting and the information you're putting in your mind is not satisfying you in the way it needs to. So go ahead, get honest with yourself, create a good plan, get focused, and then surround yourself with people who are actually doing what you want to do and who are able to give you advice. You know, stop wasting your time asking for advice from somebody who has a completely and totally different life plan than you. So that's just a little bit of self-sabotage. I talk more about it in the Mind, Love, Body Sisterhood. I welcome you all to check out our program. Again, this is Emily with Mind, Love, Body. I will see you all soon. And if you have any questions about self-sabotage, go ahead and drop it in the comments and I'll be sure to get back with you really soon about it. See you all soon.